Hey guys, welcome to the Daily Gripe. Today is Sunday, July 5th. Hope you all had a great 4th of July and didn't blow yourselves up, didn't get melted in the heat. So before we get started, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Click that bell so you get notified when new videos drop and when we eventually decide to go live on this channel. And leave us a comment of 7 words or more to feed the algorithm. Hey, Neil, what's going on? How's your holiday yesterday?
Hey, happy birthday, America, 250. All right,
Yes,
congratulations. We're
we
here.
we
Peace.
made it.
We made it,
More or less, we made
more or
it.
less. 250 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence, you know? So it basically signals our 250 years since our separation from our mother country of England. Not our
Okay.
government, but the separation of the mother country of England. All right. Let's keep that in mind. I know
Yes.
a lot of people are saying it's 250 years of our current form of government, which is not true. It's just not true. We're going to do this all again, the 250 years of our Constitution in probably like about 10 years, what,
12
14 years?
years. 12 years.
Yeah, 12
So
years. So we'll be doing all this again in 12 years. And then everybody will be like, but we just did our 250. Yeah, we're going to do it again in a few
we're
years.
going to have Constitution 250,
Right.
which will be
Right.
June 21st, whatever 12 years from now is.
Right. So,
1938.
congratulations to the signing of the Declaration of Independence, right? And separation from our mother country. We're doing this again in 12 years.
Yes.
Just remember
Yes.
that.
And giving the middle finger to the King George tyrant of England. All right.
Right. Right.
All right.
So starting us off on some good news, and I wanted to talk about this because I really feel like this is important news for everybody. Kelsey Pfendler, right, has basically taken a rowboat and rowed from California to Hawaii. And I think that that's absolutely an amazing achievement, and that would be amazing enough that she just did that, right? Because I think she's like one of 14, only 14 people to have ever even tried it. Okay. Um, I want to say she broke not only the women's record, she broke the men's record. Congratulations to her. If you weren't following that story, please, please, please go and look up the story. All right. So, yeah, I'm going to play a clip from, she was doing Instagram posts and TikTok posts and Facebook posts all throughout her journey. I want to basically highlight one of the last ones she did, which was 2 days ago, only because I think it's important that her story be told, and that obviously it's something we can talk about here. So here's the clip.
Day 43 of becoming the first American woman to row solo from California to Hawaii. I am under 100 miles from Oahu, and I think I am finally ready to talk about this. Currently, as it stands, I am over 525 miles ahead of the current men's record.
Wow.
And I'm over 1,000 miles ahead of the women's record. So what that means is when I land, I will beat the women's record by 40 days and the men's by around a week. I did not expect this to happen at all. When I first started planning this row, I wanted to try to go for the women's world record, but I had no idea how long this was going to take me. There's been 9 people in total that have ever done a solo mid-Pacific row. 7 men, 2 women. And the time difference between that is the longest time was 140 days and the shortest time had been 52 days. And in there, most people took about 70. So I assumed maybe I could get into the 70-day. If I got into the 60-day region, I'd be really excited. But really, no part of me thought it was within my ability to break the men's record. But I trained my butt off, and I wanted to do the best I could, so I prepared in every way possible. But I was coming for the women's record. But after like the first week, like probably a week and a half getting off the coast, I realized I was ahead of the women's record and on a really good pace. And just for fun, I did a little bit of math to see what type of mileage I would need to do a day to break the men's record. And I had that number, and I just kind of put it in my back pocket, and just tried to reach that number every day without ever really thinking that too hard about it, that was something that I could possibly do. But every day, for the most part of this row, I've been able to get that number or surpass it. And it's been really hard for me to even kind of like absorb that this is happening. And it took me a really long time to allow myself to even believe it. Most of the time of this row, I spent my time just kind of talking myself out of the fact that I was ahead of the record. I know it's a pretty human thing, but it's also a very female thing to discredit your abilities even when you're doing them. And I spent most of the time just saying, well, you're gonna bonk, you're gonna fail, something's gonna happen, you're gonna slow down. But in the last week and a half, I really started to believe that this was possible, to accept that like maybe this could happen for me. And I think it's going to take me a while to really absorb that this is happening, but at this point, it's going to happen. I'm going to get to Oahu, and I'm going to be the fastest person to ever have rode the Mendes Big Solo. And it's a crazy feeling to have this moment when I didn't even expect fully to break the women's record. Coming out here, I just wanted to do my best, and I trained my butt off, and I prepared in every way I could, but I had no expectations of this moment. But I'm so grateful for this moment. So yeah, this is huge for me for a lot of reasons. Just want to say thank you, and I want to say thank you to people that believed in me, because I didn't for a while. But it looks like it's happening now.
So,
Yeah, just amazing, right? That she did that.
yeah, I want to point to something she said near the end, how women can sometimes, second guess themselves. That's an important phrase, because that happens a lot, and that's from pressures by society and for how women are perceived, and how we are often treated as if we don't have the ability to succeed as well as men. And Kelsey just proved that wrong, so that's amazing, and she's surprised at herself, at her ability to do that. And I think that it says a lot, and for anyone who's followed this, I didn't even know this was going on. So this is the media we are today. If you don't find it on social media, you don't hear about it. This is an important thing, and it should be incredibly motivational for every young woman, every young girl, woman looking towards the future, that you can set out a goal, and you put your mind to it, you can exceed that goal. And she's exceeded that goal on every metric here. So it's pretty amazing. What do you think?
Well, I agree with all of that, and that's why I wanted to share this story, because I really, at a time when we are talking about gender rights, when we are talking about rights in general, okay, and we are talking about, different segments of our population, whether they be men, women, LGBTQ, when we talk about, people of color, when we talk, like, what we don't understand is in a society that they want to create, she wouldn't have been able to do this.
Correct. That's
Okay.
huge. Yeah, they're pushing
And
women back.
and for her to go out and beat the men's record too, I think says a lot about our society as a whole, you know, in the idea that, like, normally this would happen and this would be hailed at the presidential level. Like you would see the president coming out and saying, look at this woman, she just broke this record, she just, you know, took a rowboat and sailed from California to Hawaii. I mean, there would have been this would have been on every major news network, and yet somehow the news failed to even pick up on this at all. And all we saw was maybe a clip, and then it was Donald Trump. Everything was Donald Trump, and I think we miss on the good-natured stories. And so I want to play another clip from her, just because I also think it's important.
Yeah, it's happening. I just want to say thank you to everyone that supported this and cared about the journey and wished me well and believed in me. I couldn't be more grateful. And if any part of this made at least one person feel a little bit more powerful in their own skin, I couldn't ask for anything else, and I'm happy. Think about trying to find your own big, hard, scary thing. You might not think that you are strong enough to finish it right now, but you're definitely strong enough to start it, and you'll find everything else along the way. I'm gonna go finish my big, hard, scary thing. I'll see you guys on the other side. You can see land.
Yeah, there it is. There's Hawaii.
And
that was yesterday.
Quote. That was yesterday. And that's the quote. Find your big, hard, scary thing, okay, and go for it. You may not finish, you may not succeed, but what you learn along the way is what's most important. And I've echoed that, believe it or not. I've echoed that throughout almost every single time we do one of these podcasts. I've actually echoed that. I had actually said, when I was at Goldman Sachs, this is what we did. This is how we did projects. It was, well, we're going to start this project. It didn't matter where we ended up. It was all the stuff that we learned along the way that helped us. Right. And I keep talking about that. So find your big, scary thing. Find it. Find your big, scary thing. Find the thing that you've been holding back with all this time and try it.
And
you
pursue
may not
it.
succeed. You may fail. You may fail in epic proportions, but you will learn so much along the way. And you never know, maybe that thing that you fail at that you wanted to do will lead into something else that will even be better. Okay. Yeah. And I really feel like that really is an American dream. What she is experiencing is an American dream. Had nothing to do with wealth, had nothing to do with accumulating more money or anything like that. It just had to do with her wanting to row from California to Hawaii. And that was her dream. And she made it come true. And that is an American story, and that is an American dream. And the fact that that isn't being celebrated all across this country, okay, and the fact that we're still talking about billionaires and more yachts and all this other bullshit tells you how far America has fallen, because this is an American dream. Kelsey, great job. Fantastic. We love you. Here, all the way on the East Coast, we followed you. You inspired us. Thank you very much for everything that you've done and you've given, at least me, you know, in watching you for the last 44 days. So thank you very much.
44 days.
She landed on, and so I'm going to, one more thing on this. She landed yesterday on the 4th of July in Oahu.
It's pretty amazing.
Today she celebrates her birthday.
Really?
What a fucking way to celebrate your fucking birthday.
Happy freaking birthday.
Fucking birthday to Kelsey Pfendler.
Nice.
Great job.
If this video gets out to you, we would love to have you on as a guest. Don't know, maybe share it with her. But yeah, Congratulations. Um, guys, yeah, definitely share this with Kelsey. Let us know, though, here in New York, in upstate New York, we're thinking about you and wishing you just more success in the future. All right, guys.
Happy birthday to you. Great job.
So like,
Very
share,
inspirational.
yes, like, share, and subscribe. Click that bell so you get notified when new videos drop. We will see. And leave us a comment. Tell us what you think about Kelsey. Wish her big congratulations. And we will see you in the next segment. Love you guys. Take care.
Peace out.